Today we have a studio day where we are making a large wholesale order, like not that huge, but like kind of. So we have about 3 cents that we need to make 8 of, so total 24 candles. And I am going to lay those down, and then I also have a super exciting thing that I will announce in a few days. I do have some really interesting pop-ups coming up, out of which one is quite a surprise, but once it's finalized I will be sure to tell you guys about it. It is something that I've never done, and I am super excited about it. So that's it, let's get into it. I'm going to plan all the candles that I need. It's a 2-day pop-up, and I just want to see, like, this is all I have right now. I need the 24 candles for the wholesale order, and then I also need inventory for the pop-up. So I think we're going to be making a lot of candles, but I first need to plan out what candles, how much of everything I need, how many jars, what fragrances I'm gonna make. I'm probably gonna make them all because I also want to take some pictures, which I have been postponing since the longest time. So I'm thinking over this weekend we can make a batch of all the candles because I anyway need them for the pop-up, so it would be a good time. And then before the pop-up I will click all the pictures of all the jars, so that like even if they sell out I would have the pictures beforehand. My holiday launch is actually, I think I skipped my summer and fall collections. I did have the fall collection for wholesalers. I also sent a couple of my candles for wholesalers, and I'm gonna have it in the pop-up on the November time because I do have like some of the jars and stuff left and the fragrances. But I did not really have a fall launch, have the bandwidth to like do a complete launch, but we are going to go hard on the holiday launch. So let's get started, and I shall plan first and then we can get into the actual making of candles. That I have, and writing down what all I need for at least the wholesale order and the pop-up on 2nd and 3rd. What I'm thinking now is I'm just gonna count all of the jars, like the empty jars that I have, to also put it into my inventory and see how much of everything I have. I'll make the 3 cents that I need for the wholesale order first, and I also need to make them for my pop-up anyway, and all 3 of them are like very good bestsellers, so I need a lot of them anyway. So it might be possible that maybe even my fragrance runs out, so I just want to make everything that I have in stock right now so that I can then place like a huge order for the December pop-ups, and like finish everything that I have right now. So let's see, I'm just gonna start counting these that I need and how much of everything I have, and then I'll get back to you. And we are like, this is the first batch of candles that we're gonna pour, and then we have some more that needs to be poured. I think 1 2 3 4 5 more actually 4 more sets of like scents that need to be poured. But after this, I think the only thing I'm left with is these jars, the buttercream ones, because I downloaded a lot of them. But everything else is out. So these are the last of it. I'm really inclined to have like a lot of prepared stock instead of having all of these jars just sitting around. And then I would also know, like, after the pop-up that's gonna happen and all this order is gonna go out, I'm gonna know how much fragrances I need, because this is like, these bigger sets are what's been ordered for the wholesale, but the everything else is just like, I'm just making like 3 each right now, 3 or 4, so that we have enough for the pop-up. I don't really know how much to take, but I in any case don't have that many jars, and I'm not planning to have like crazy amount of stock for this one, because I don't, they say it's gonna be like, I'm actually gonna wick candles while I talk to you. They're saying right now that it's actually going to be about 20,000 people visit over the 2 days, but I don't know how much to really prep. So I'm just thinking to have 3 each of each scent, and just to have like a lot of scents, so that, you know, I can get a lot of variety. What I've noticed is when I do pop-ups with, like, right now I think I have about 16 or 17 scents, and I've noticed what is better is to have a lot of scents rather than having a lot of quantity of lesser scents. Because like what happens is, fragrances, I feel, is very subjective, and there are all types of people, and right now we are in the phase of sort of transitioning. Like the pop-up is on November 2nd and 3rd, and at that time I feel like a lot of people are still in the fall mood, specifically here in Austin, because it is like still pretty hot out there. So I feel a lot of people are, and it's like barely a little bit cooling down. So I feel like this is more like the fall, you can say, here. And at the same time, because it is November, a lot of people are also shopping for the holidays and Thanksgiving and gifts and all of those things, which are typically for December. So I want to have both the collections in all of the in this pop-up. Probably for the December pop-up I won't have any fall stuff, unless I have some like leftovers or anything like that, but I won't be reordering any more of the fragrances or the orange jars. Everything else is just like similar to my holiday collections, so there's no like difference, but I'm not going to be ordering the fragrances, like more fragrances. So that's what I'm thinking, and I think it's a good time to gauge what fragrances do well big for the December, like the larger pop-ups that I have. That's why I want to have all my fragrances, so that like I know Dark Magic goes out, like I run out of Dark Magic, and this is Cabin in the Woods, and it's only a holiday, like this is only for holiday. It's a piney, I love this scent for the holidays. These two, like this goes out year round. This is my core collection. I don't think I have ever come back with a Dark Magic candle from a pop-up. Like the pop-up could be a total bust, but this sells out. I actually want to make more of these. I have 2. I'm making 2 more, so I'll have 4, but I'm thinking to add maybe 1 more. And I have like 3 more of these jars left, so I'm just keeping that instead of making candles in them right now, so that in case, like on the first day of the pop-up, in case I run out of all 4 Dark Magic, then I'll come back and make in those 3 for the next day. But otherwise I don't want to make them, because I just want to have a little room to, like, let's say one specific scent runs out, I want to have like a little bit of stuff on my hand, so that I can have like, I don't want to do it, but in the worst case scenario, I have like jars to make it for the next day. My plan, I'm making 3 of everything right now except for Dark Magic, because I know that's gonna sell out. And I don't have these jars left. Otherwise, I would like to make more cabin in the woods too, but we'll see about that. This is actually great. I have been postponing like creating my entire collection because I didn't have much going on, but with this whole thing of the pop-ups, I'm actually pretty excited to create everything. So because I have not been posting any content on Instagram, and I'm just wondering like how do I go back to it? Like it's really difficult to get back into posting when you haven't been posting for a while. And I want to be pretty intentional with what I post now instead of just having stuff out. And I personally really think that I would do better. Like I would like to do more long form than short form, and I have realized that short form content is not really helping me in my goals. It might help me get orders, it might help me get a little recognition, but it's not really helping me out that much. I know a lot of people have become like these crazy viral businesses through online, but for me, I really want to build my community, and I feel doing that through short form is not really helping me out. I'm not saying it can't be done, but it's not for me. I'm not saying I'm not gonna post on Instagram or whatever, but or shorts or whatever, but I just don't want to be I was churning out content every single day, like at least 5 times a week, and I have a full-time job, and I am renovating a house, and I have a lot about this business. But I've realized that since I stopped posting like Instagram content every single day, I have actually sold more candles, and that's wild to think about it, because these days, and including me, like I was just in the thought process that if in today's world I want to sell anything, it needs to be through online like social media marketing and short form content. And while that is true, we sometimes forget that there was a world where people were selling a lot of stuff without actually making reels. I feel like now that I'm settled more in Austin, I really want to grow my community in Austin as well. Like, of course, I want to have this online community where we can all chat and do a lot of things, maybe do live streams and events and all of those things. But I also want to do things for my local community. And I have realized how important that is. And it's not just like a business tactic or anything like that, but I've realized that that is the direction that I want my business to go. I want to be like a national, international name, whatever, one day. But I first also want to be known in Austin and then like known in Texas as a whole. Because Texas is huge, like it's a huge place. And I feel if I'm targeting Texas first to like have a little footprint and have my community, I can do more of I can take the direction with this business which I actually want. My number one thing is like to have community, and while online community is one of those aspects, I also want an offline community, in the sense that I want to have like candle workshops, events and things like that. And for that, I really want to be known in my local community here. I want to give back to the local community. Yeah. So that's my thought process. That's also why I'm doing like a lot of pop-ups, because I'm new to Austin. Nobody really knows about my brand. I want to have like my face out there, and I feel like the holidays is the perfect time to do that, because if people are buying gifts for their family, so they're going to know about me, and then they're going to know the person who gets the gift is also going to know about me. So that's like getting your stuff out to two people, you know. And then maybe they like it and they tell it to somebody else, or they order it for somebody else. And I just love how like word of mouth can go like a long way. And yeah, that is my whole deal. I've been talking for a long time. We are now ready to make the candles back and enjoy the whole pouring process, because I feel like that's the most satisfying to see. So let's get into it, and I shall talk to you once we make a few, and then maybe take a break and then make more. Bye. Fragrances made till now, and we have a plethora of them to go, but my wax in the melter has finished, so I need to melt it again. I actually have like a 45-pound melter, and whenever I get my wax, it comes in like a 45-pound box, so I just empty it out all at one go and then go through it and keep reheating it whenever I need. So that 45-pound box actually finished, and I have one more, so I'm just gonna break them and put them in the melter and wait for it to melt. And once that is done, then we will get started with making all of the other scents. And my plan is to get done with a couple more today. We have, and I also burnt my hand, but anyway, so we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. We have 13 more scents to go. That's crazy. And I just made 2 till now, but these are the bigger batches, and there's just one of them left, and then all of them are like smaller batches. So for the bigger batches, I'm having to like make 2 of these jars and then pour, and then there's a little bit left or whatever, so it takes more time, obviously. But the other ones should be smaller and quicker, and it should get done in like 1 jar itself, so that should be quicker. I am gonna melt down the wax now, and then we're gonna make the rest of them. I put in like a little more than half the box of the wax. I didn't put it all in because then it's gonna take double the amount of time to melt, and I want to get these done as soon as possible. But till then, I'm gonna go grab dinner, and I'm gonna see you later. So what I did was just to get into being more productive, and I was thinking, because last time when I was making candles, it was taking me way too long to like make a batch and then calculate how much wax and fragrance oil needs to go in, and then it was like more of a guesswork at that point. So what I did today was I measured how much wax I need per like a 13-ounce jar, a 5-ounce jar, a 2-ounce jar, everything, how much fragrance oil I need, how many of them I have per scent, and then how much wax I need and how much fragrance oil for all the scents that we're making today, that we're gonna make. And that I feel might make it a lot faster, because now I can just pour 2 batches together and it should be a lot faster. So that's my plan for today, and this has the amount of wax that one row needs. Each row is 1 cent, and that way I feel like we can tackle these a lot faster. Now I'm gonna, oh, I didn't really do a nice thing, but anyway, no problem. So this is the 5 p.m. somewhere scent. It's a cranberry prosecco scent, and I absolutely love it. It's actually a sort of a dupe of the champagne problems from Bath and Body Works. It's very similar to that one, and I love that one as well, but they don't really have clean fragrances. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, and the second one that we're making is cocoa lime. It is coconut, lime, and ooh, this is leaking. That's because I overfilled it. So I actually got like a 5-pound jar of this fragrance, and I just filled them into these. Ooh. And this is a blend that I make. So that's crazy what I just did. We have both of these fragrances now, and I'm gonna have to push a little bit, but I don't want to confuse, so I'm gonna put this here. There's no space. I think I overdid it. Oh my god, they both smell the same at this point. Because like I smell them combined. It's not bad, but I think this is the coconut lime. Yeah, this is the coconut lime. You never want to be confused and label them wrong. I'm just gonna pour the cocoa lime first, and then we're gonna do the 5 p.m. And this way, once I'm done with these pictures, I'm done with 2 cents instead of just 1. So it's a lot faster and it will go a lot faster. And I am super tired. I think you can see I did not put any effort into looking nice today for you guys, but I just couldn't. I'm too tired today. And if you want to know why I'm too tired, it's like what? It's 11 p.m. It's not the best to be working right now. When you have a full-time job, a house to renovate, and we also have like an Indian festival tomorrow called Diwali, and I had to do a lot of prep. We're hosting it this year at our new house, so had a lot to do today, and I still had a lot of like boxes and stuff lying around, which like I wanted to have the whole house set. So we did a lot of stuff today, and I'm super tired. But now you'll ask me, why can't you just do it tomorrow? I have a major pop-up this weekend, and it's a 2-day pop-up, so I need double the inventory of a normal pop-up day. And this is all just one order, so like most of it. So we don't really have anything for the pop-up except for like a few candles that are already made. And today is Wednesday, the pop-up is Saturday, and like I said, tomorrow is Diwali, so I'm not going to be able to do anything. And tomorrow is going to be a very late night. I have my 9 to 5 on Friday as well, so you get the gist of it. And now you might ask, why didn't you do this before? Great question. Again, that 9 to 5 that I was talking about, super demanding time going on, and I'm working like way more hours than a human being should be. It's a lot right now, but we'll get through it. Okay, so we're finally done. I actually had thought this was a life hack, doing what I did, like with the writing the wax and the fragrance load that I need to put in and like the exact numbers for all of the rows, because it went so much quicker. It took me like more than 2 hours probably the other day to pour 3 cents, although they were more in number, but like 3 cents, and it took me 1 hour or maybe even lesser to pour 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cents. That's crazy. I said I started at 11. It's exactly 12:05 right now. So just in 1 hour, and I'm done with like 9 cents. That's crazy. And yeah, I think this was pretty productive, and I'm so happy. I got everything on my to-do list for today done, and you know it's a good day when that happens. I will see you maybe tomorrow or day after for sure. I need to cut all of these wicks tomorrow, and then we are going to heat gun everything, and then we're going to label everything. But I'm so glad the candles are made, because I wanted them to like set for at least 2 days before I sell them, because that's when the aroma the fragrance actually gets stronger. Otherwise, like if I just made it on Friday, nobody would really smell it on Saturday. I mean, they would, but it won't be as strong as I would want it to be. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Happy Diwali to everybody. I'm gonna celebrate Diwali tomorrow. I will try to take a few pictures and videos of how it goes. Hey you guys, I'm back, and today is the night before the pop-up. And while I really don't want to make this into a thing where I'm doing things last minute for a pop-up, this time was pretty crazy, to be honest. So I didn't really have much time to prepare for anything. We're stuck here. It's pretty late at night right now, and I got all of these cleaned and heat gunned, and they're all ready to go. I only need to apply the labels. But look at my stack of labels. It's crazy how many I need to put, but what are we gonna do about it? And to make things harder for myself, I decided to also make these mold candles. These are Christmas trees, and a teddy bear and a ghost. And these actually did very well in my pop-ups last year during like the holiday time. So I am planning to make some. After a really long time that I'm doing a pop-up, I did one on July 4th. It was like a really huge, so many people, and I got in like last minute, and I feel like the July 4th pop-up, more than that very day, was very good for me, because of that I have recently got an opportunity, and I will talk to you guys about that, but maybe in the next one once it's like 100% finalized. Let's start labeling and making some space out here.